If you ever worked with a child who struggles with grammar, you know that verbs are often the hardest part to master. They are the action of the sentence, but for many learners, they're also the most confusing. I'm Barbara Fernandes, the CEO of Smarty, and that's exactly why we created Verb Quest. We wanted to turn the work of learning verbs, verb tenses, into an epic journey. In this app, students become heroes on a mission to master the present, past, and future through tons of different levels of play. Today, I'm going to show you how we can use this gamified quest to help kids understand word endings and sentence structure in a way that actually sticks. So let's get started. And just like a lot of Smarty apps, if you are familiar with our apps, we are able to add players. I'm going to go ahead and add an avatar here to my first player. And the reason for that is because the app is managing the progress of that particular player as they navigate through the levels. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and create a second player here. So you guys can see that we can do not only more than one player per play, and it's also tracking the data separately. For this first round, let's go ahead and get started with Barbara and Juan. But before we go there are tons of different settings here, but they only will make sense once you get an idea of what Verb Quest is all about. So over here is where you get to adjust the level for the different players. Barbara and Juan are both on level 1. So there are 20 different levels of different verb tense forms that you can work on. The child can work on them one by one. So by turning on one, the other one automatically turns off. But these levels, if you start both of them on level 1, they automatically get switched off as the accuracy is above 80%. So I'm going to leave Barbara on level 1, and then I'm going to put Juan on level 11. And then I'm going to start.
They to the finish line.
So this here is the level 1, where we have Barbara playing. As you can see, it says Barbara right there. So we know that Barbara's taking her turn, and they race. Now, the app, part of the app, and part of putting and learning to master verb tenses includes not just receptively knowing which verb goes there, but practicing saying them. So we are able to use a voice recording, I'm gonna allow, and then get the child to say they race to the finish line. So they practice repeating that sentence as they progress through the levels.
Every year we sunflowers. This year the sunflowers taller than I am. They were the best sunflowers we had ever.
Now, notice the difference in level between Barbara and Juan. Juan is in a completely different level here. As you can see, there is 3 different verbs to drag, and there is an extra verb in here. Now, I can use the hint, and this allows me a one time to put in one word in place. This here, let's just randomly put verbs in here. And I actually got them right, and it's prompting Juan to record.
The twins, their hairstyle every week.
Now, I can click on settings, and I can actually turn off the hint so that hint button is not there if you don't want the child to get support. And you can also turn off record correct answers so that the child is not prompted to record the sentences. The twins.
In the movie, the boy thinks
I'm going to just drag some words here.
He thinks.
So as you can see, I am getting them wrong. And I'm doing this. I'm going to swipe, go to Barbara again, so that I can show you the magic of Smarty apps, and in this case, within Verb Quest. If I click on Barbara, I can see the report card, and there's also awards. I'm going to click on report cards. Notice that here we have the time, the date we did, it was the 28th. It is the level 1, and it was 100% accurate. I can go by level, and I can see the levels that she has not yet played. And then if I go back to Juan and see the progress report, he's 33% accurate. And by level, it shows here that he the levels he did not play, and he's having difficulty on level 11. Obviously, because we start in a random place, but the child should easily progress through the levels here. Since we are here on report card, I wanted to show you guys the awards. As the children manage to navigate certain levels and master them, they will unlock some ones, and they get to play more to unlock them. This is a reward system that the kids absolutely love. Now that you have an idea of what Verb Quest is about, I wanted to explore the settings. Now, we had already turned off display hint. Auto progression. Auto progression is when the child drags the image to the screen. If they get it correctly, it goes to the next one. Now, even if you're not recording, if you want the child to actually say the word before moving on, you can turn auto progression off so it stays on that screen so that you can get to practice or brainstorm or discuss that particular screen before going to the next. Then you can just swipe and go to the next. Displaying the accuracy, if you think some kids are more sensitive to how they're doing, you can turn that off. Audio read questions. So as you saw, each question has an audio.
Every year we,
So I just tapped to repeat. But did you hear that audio? So that's basically audio read questions. It reads the question, but if you want the child to work on reading, you can turn that off and make the child read the questions you can make the kids read the questions themselves instead of having it read for them. Increase level. If you want the child to naturally progress through the levels, you can leave that on. If you want them to stay in that level and get as much practice before you make a decision when it's time to move to the next, you can turn that off. Reward audio, it's like that. Well done. Then you have record correct answer prompt. Now, presentation of sentences. You can do random. And if you switch to random, what it allows you to do, if I go to modify, you can actually have more than one level on. And then you can have the child practice more than one tense form at the same time. And then you would track the data to see, and this could be a good way for you to see where is the child at. So you can maybe turn on 5 levels, then take a look at their performance and turn off some levels. Maybe they're not ready or they're ready to practice. So that's what that setting is. Now we're going to go to modify. Here you can see all the levels, and if there's a particular phrase for whatever reason you do not want presented, you can just select them and they will not be presented as part of the gameplay. This was an overview of the beautifully redesigned and enhanced Verb Quest, which is available on the App Store, and it's also part of Smarty Ears Online, which is a platform that you can access all the Smarty Ears apps in one place.